Hello and welcome to my channel. I'm sitting here with my little puppy Luke, which is he's a little bit tired I think, but he just woke up so he's probably going to be running around very soon. But today I'm very excited because I'm doing a what I wish the Menagerie Flight Club palette would have been, and I'll just leave a photo up of that palette right here so you can see what kind of palette I'm talking about. And I just love the artwork, it's so beautiful. It's the same kind of artwork that they have on the Raine blush palette, which also is really beautiful, but I do not own it. I don't have anything from Menagerie because I don't think they even ship to Norway right now. But I think that they have a lot of beautiful single shadows and they do have a lot of beautiful color stories. It's just with this particular palette I would have loved to see like some more colors, because you can see some green, you can see some yellow, you can see a lot of variation in pink and purple and brown and orange in the artwork, and I wish that you could see a little bit of that on the inside as well. So I just decided to make my version of the palette, and it looks a little bit like this. And I know a lot of you will probably be like, oh, but this isn't that purple, but actually it has a lot of purple in it. All of these are purples. This one has a very purple base, but it shifts from blue to green. And this one has some pinky purpley shifts, and this one also has purple sparkles to it. So there's a lot of purple, but I also wanted to incorporate a little bit of the yellow that you can see from the artwork. I think it's like the inside of the fruit that is around the bear. And I wanted to have some orange because the bear is obviously quite orangey, and you can like mix it with this deep purple to deepen it up, and you can get a more like brownish color. And also this one is very brownish, but it also shifts to green, so I really wanted to have a deepening up shimmer as well. And I was really not sure if I should add a green matte, but then I had Gina from Faces by Gina. She was like sitting on my shoulder saying it needs more green, so I added a green matte. And I also really like this one because it has a green shift, and this one also shifts green, so we have like 3 shifting greens. And then I felt like the green matte would really play on the palette's versatility, because you can use it with the orange, you can use it like with literally all of these colors. You can mix the green. Green fits everything. So yeah, I'm really happy that I ended up adding that. And all in all, I feel like this is a very versatile palette. It's not a color story I think that I've seen in a palette. If you do know of any palettes that are kind of similar to this, just leave me a comment down below. And I will of course leave all of the single shadows names down in my description box, so you can see what kind of brand I got the singles from in case you want something similar. And there Luke is again stealing the show. But I think I'm just going to show you the swatches. I did some swatches for Instagram, so I'm just going to show you those. And then I will go on to the look that I did here and show you the tutorial of how I did it. So I'm just starting with the deepest purple, and I'm using my NARS Smudge Proof Eyeshadow Primer. And oh, I just love this shade so much. I want to make a look with the purple and the warmer tones because I want to use that deepest shimmer. So I'm just going to go in with this one where I want to use that deep orangey green shimmer so that the shimmer won't be darker than the matte. And I'm just going to stop about here because here I will be adding the orange on the inner parts. This shade just blends out beautifully. I will be using the lightest one as well though, just to work even more on the blend. So I was just using the Sigma E25 brush, but now I'm going into the orange with my Kaleidos Makeup S3 brush. Oh, this is so pigmented. Colored Raine has an amazing eyeshadow formula. Oh, I'm really excited about this whole color story, really. Just want to make a look that looks a lot like the illustration on the palette from Menagerie. Now I'm just taking that very lightest purple shade and I'm just adding that here right on the corner or at the edge of where I applied the deepest purple. Not sure yet if I will add anything of that yellow. I'm adding some setting powder here just because I'm starting to see like this is quite harsh, the line right here, and I don't want any harsh lines. So I'm just going back into the same brush. I didn't remove anything from it and I didn't add anything on it. So hopefully I'll be able to blend out this light purple. It almost looks like I had something on the brush from before. I don't know if you can see that, but I feel like I just rubbed something there. I'm gonna change my brush. Like, I typically just use my color switch when I clean my brush, and then every once in a while, in a blue moon, I will wash the brushes properly. Wow, this looks like I really messed it up right there. That's a bummer. At least we know it's not the eyeshadow because this one is really beautiful. Well, anyway, I'm just going to work a tiny bit more on the blending. It doesn't really need much more here, but I will be going in with, I think, I have not yet decided for the other shimmer because I want the deepest shimmer here. And then I probably want to go into Fiery-Pawed Fox, is that what it's called? For the inner corner. I'm just going to have to think a little bit about it. So as you can see, I did add some glitter glue. This is the one from Glam shop, so it dries quite fast, so I'm just going to have to be quick about my shimmers. So as I said, I'm adding this deepest orangey, almost coppery pigment from Tanuka. Right now I don't remember the name of it. I'm running my brush through my color switch and then I'm going into that Fiery-Pawed Fox shade, which is just so stunning. Okay, is this even sticking down to my base? Or did it dry down already? I'm not sure. I'm just going to add some more glitter glue on the inner part here just because I'm wondering if it might have dried down. I'm still so new with this Glam glue from Glam shop, so I might have not been quick enough, I don't know. Ooh, okay, I'm going to use my finger just so I'm fast enough. So now I'm just taking the tiniest bit of that deepest shade again just to try to blend them a little bit more together, because the deepest one is very opaque, whereas this other one is almost like iridescent, but with like that corally beautiful base. So I'm just going to work these a little bit together so it looks more cohesive, and then I think I'm just going to finish off my face makeup and go for the lower lash line next. So I finished off the rest of my makeup except from highlighter, so I ended up using my Glam shop bronzer. I used Tendril blush from Lethal Cosmetics, and I used my BH Cosmetics Naturally Flawless foundation and my Tarte Shape Tape concealer, which is creasing a little bit. But I'm going to go in with my lower lash line colors right now. So I was thinking I will just connect with the deepest purple, but I'm going to blend out the deepest purple with the more pinky shade from Terra Moons. I'm just lightly buffing the edges so I'm ready for the pink. And I haven't used this before, but it seems to be super pigmented. This is very pigmented. So I actually want to use the yellow called Mellow here. Obviously I set my under eye, so this one is not really sticking to the base, but I do see the yellow I don't know how much you can see, but for me it's like still quite visible. And I just wanted it because I want to go in with that extraordinary person in the inner corner, and that is kind of like yellowy in the base. So I felt like this one would be like a nice transition to that. So I think I'm just going to work on the blend a little bit. I'm probably going to use a little bit more of that light purple to wrap around and make it like a nice like schwung. And I will add extraordinary person right here, and I'll show you the close-up. So that is my whole finished look. I ended up using my Nabla liquid lipstick in the shade Eve in combination with my Colourpop lip pencil in Good and Plenty. As my highlight today I used Looxi Beauty Halo, which is actually an eyeshadow, but it's one of my favorite highlighters because it has a peachy base and a like light blue icy sheen. And then I used Light Core from Linda Hellberg, it's her core crayon, for my waterline just to have some brightness to it. Also today I am wearing some contact lenses that I got in PR from the lens brand. It's quite new, I think. It's called Wear Color, and I did get a discount code that I will leave up here so you can use that if you want to get some lenses. And I felt like I wanted something that was like brown because the bear is so cute, and I think that would like match with these colors because brown and purple go so well together. And these are called Sunset Brown, and I really like how it looks. They're almost a little bit more green because of my eye color underneath. It like affects the color, but I really do like how it looks. So I just wanted to mention that quickly, and I will also of course leave the information for the discount code and stuff and the link to their website in my description box. This little guy wanted to join a little bit, we'll see how long. But I think that's what I used. I will always leave the things I used down in my description box. And I really like this custom palette. I think it's a beautiful piece of art on the palette from Menagerie. Personally, I just wish that it was a little bit more, like the inside was a little bit more like the outside. But I definitely did like the palette that I came up with. And if you liked it, then give this video a thumbs up and leave me a comment down below what you thought of it. And subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. I do a lot of Simple Shadows content and tutorials and that kind of stuff. And I would love to see you in my next video as well. So thank you so much for watching. Bye!